Alex Weaver goes one-on-one with Tyler Reddick. Erica Davis is here to help us win some money, and we have some crew chiefs on the move.
NASCAR Daily with Shannon Spake.
Happy Halloween, everybody. It is October 31st. I cannot believe that it's the end of October. I'm Shannon Spake. This is NASCAR Daily. I hope you guys are all ready for some trick-or-treating tonight. I know my kids are. They've got their costumes ready. They've got their bags ready, just ready for a lot of candy. I hope you guys have fun and be very, very safe. We have a lot to get to. So Alex Weaver is going one-on-one with the Championship 4 drivers. We've already seen her feature with Joey Logano. She's going one-on-one with Tyler Reddick. So we'll give you a preview of that in just a few minutes. Plus, as always, every single Thursday, Erica Davis is here. She's going to get you ready for some of your gambling stuff this weekend, some of your betting, and find out how we did last week in our bets. But first, let's get you caught up on some news that broke yesterday. First off, Connor Jones has been suspended one race by NASCAR for a violation of the NASCAR member code of conduct at Homestead, Miami. So additionally, the number 38 has been issued an L1 level penalty for ballast violation. The crew chief is suspended for one race, and the team has been assessed with a loss of 10 owner and driver points. Of course, you remember he wrecked Matt Mills. Matt Mills spent a couple nights in the hospital for smoke inhalation. Now, Connor was docked 2 laps during the race, but I guess NASCAR went back and they deemed that it deserved a little bit more. So he will be suspended for one race. Up next, we now know who the crew chief for Josh Berry is going to be next season as he moves on from Stewart-Haas Racing, which is closing, over to Wood Brothers. So the 2025 driver crew chief pairing is set. We've got Miles Stanley joining Wood Brothers for the 2025 Cup Series season as crew chief for the number 21. So right now you got Miles Stanley. He's been Team Penske for a very long time. He was actually with Joey Logano's team from 2013 to 2019. He's currently the performance engineer manager for Team Penske, and they're doing pretty well this year. They've got Joey Logano locked in to the Championship 4. So he might head over there with a new championship ring on that finger. Finally, Bubba Wallace is also going to get a new crew chief following Phoenix, and starting next season, Booty Barker will be moving on. So 23XI announced that veteran crew chief Booty Barker will move to a new role within 23XI and continue to work with the competition leadership team at Airspeed following this season finale. Charles Denicky, current crew chief of the number 19 team in the Truck Series, is going to take over the duties with the number 23 team following the end of the season. Booty and Bubba have been together since 2021, and Booty Barker certainly, I think, was the breakout show of the Netflix series that we saw. I loved seeing him. He's been in the garage for a really long time. So good to see that he's moving on to a new role at 23XI. Every Thursday, we say hello to our girl, Erica Davis. You can find her at Erica Renee D on social media. We are vibing today, Miss Erica. We've got like a little matchy going on. Did we matchy any positive
any
vibes?
money?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we got to figure out, right?
Matchy the money last week. Well, the good thing is Miami was fun. Miami's a great place to visit and to party.
Yeah. Glass half full. Glass half full early morning.
To answer the question, we unfortunately did not win. We didn't lose, but we did not win. How about that?
Okay. I'll let you explain that in a second. First, let's get to our word of the week, because that's how we start this segment before we find out how awful we've been doing. So what's our word of the week?
Our word of the week this week is fade. Any idea what fade means, Shannon?
Yeah, it's a haircut.
Okay, Shannon, look at you knowing about your fade being your haircut.
Oh, haircut, man.
Okay. Well, that's definitely one definition, but for our purposes in sports betting, a fade is when you bet the opposite side of something to happen. That means you're going to say, pick a driver, an athlete, a team, and say, instead of betting for them, you're going to bet against them. When you look at NASCAR particularly, sometimes a driver, a team might not do well at a certain track. They might not finish well. So I would say as a sports bettor, I'm going to fade Denny Hamlin at a road course because we know he doesn't typically run the best at road courses. And then oftentimes you'll hear people say that they're going to fade the public, which means that they're going to take the opposite side of what most people are betting, because the general theory in sports betting is that wherever the masses are putting their money is where you should take the opposite side of that. So I'm going to fade the public on betting blah, 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 because
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Do kids even say fade anymore? They just have that thing in the front of their head. That's what my kids have, right? It's like that their hair kind of goes down.
Well, so I think, yes, people definitely say fade when it comes to haircut, but our producer Boston made a good point yesterday about people catching a fade. Like, oh, you're going to catch a fade from me.
Ooh, I like
Just
that. All right. All right. I might use that before the end of the week. Okay. So how did we do last week, Erica? I know you said it was such a good weekend in Miami because the sun was so great, and the weather was so great, but how did we do money wise?
Well, we picked Denny Hamlin. We picked the head-to-head between Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott, and we ended up backing Elliott over Hamlin. And they were so close. Elliott was running ahead of Denny most of the race, and then toward the end, at the end when it mattered most, Denny ended up finishing above Elliott. So we lost a few bucks. We lost a few bucks, but because we are responsible bettors, we did not lose a lot. So we started at $1,000 of imaginary money, and now we're down to $784.60. Which again, I think our strategy is showing that you can still have fun, you can still have some skin in the game, but you can be responsible.
All right, we got 2 weeks to make it back up. All right. So what's our bet this week?
We're looking at some top 10 drivers.
Okay.
And I like Alex Bowman as a top 10 finisher. I know why I like him, but if you like him, if you don't like him.
Well, yeah, I mean, he won back in, was it 20, when did he win? 2021? I'm looking at this right now. 2021, he won this race, finished 8th there earlier this season. Yeah, I mean, I could go either way with this. What do you think?
So I like Bowman as a top 10 finisher because of the reasons that you stated, but also because I have found him at 2 separate books for different prices. At one book, I have found him at plus 180, and another book, I found him at plus 200. So that makes me excited because a plus 200 gives us an edge. So more than his finishes, I like the plus 200 number. So let's back Alex Bowman as a top 10 finisher.
How much are we going to bet?
I think we should bet. I have $20 down for our bet at plus 200.
Why don't we? I mean, we got 2 weeks left, Erica. I'm going to throw you a curveball here. Why don't we just go 48? Like, let's just get a little aggressive and try to win some money back. I mean, it is a 48 car, right? So
okay, we can do 48. So I have my handy dandy calculator next to me as I always do. So I'm going to change the $20 to $48. You know what, Shannon? I like it. You only live once, right? YOLO.
That's right. We only got 2 weeks left, so let's do this. Let's try to win our money back. Let's try to even out. I don't know. Let's try to fade and parlay and unit and everything.
Just a whole goulash. Okay.
All the words.
We're going to bet $48 on Alex Bowman at plus 200 to be a top 10 finisher. And that $48 will win us a total of $144, including our initial wager.
Let's do it. There we go.
Okay.
That we could get back. I'm not going to do the math right now because I'm from South Florida and my math is not as good as your calculator there. But we'll figure it out and we'll hope for Alex Bowman to get a top 10 in Martinsville.
Fingers crossed. I believe in us, Shannon. I really do.
All right, Erica. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Erica Renee D is where you can find her on social media. She's awesome. She joins us every week. All right, we'll keep our fingers crossed on next week, see how we do after the Martinsville race, also see who locks himself into the championship four. One guy who's already locked himself into the championship four, that would be Tyler Reddick. So our very own Alex Weaver has been spending some one-on-one time with the championship four drivers. We saw earlier this week that she was able to spend some time with Joey Logano. They did some rescue relief for Hurricane Helene. She spent one-on-one time with Tyler Reddick at Talladega when his family dressed up for Halloween. So this is like a perfect segment for today for Halloween. Take a look at Alex with Alexa and Tyler and Bo. This is super cute.
Here, can you hold this, Mr. Wonka?
A lot of those in this industry don't have the opportunity to bring their family with them.
Because it's gonna be like Wonka hair. We just gotta cut it.
You're Ozzy! With purple gloves!
All right, go outside, Bo.
Sharon!
Here.
Sharon!
We need to cut it.
Oh my gosh, a schnozberry tastes like schnozberries. Okay, that's it for today. I hope everyone has a great time dressing up tonight. I'm not going to be dressing up for Halloween. It's usually my favorite holiday, but I am not going to do anything this year. I'm just going to sit back, watch the kids, let them have their sugar high, let them have their fun, and be a good mom and let them run around the neighborhood. I hope everybody else has a great time with their family. I hope everybody has a great Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow. Ryan Flores is going to be here. He goes over the wall for Ryan Blaney. So we'll see what the pressure is heading into Martinsville this weekend as they're trying to lock themselves into the playoffs. Also, inside the playoffs on tonight, don't miss it. So we've got Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson on the show tonight. It's going to be so fun to catch up with Kyle Larson and have Kyle Busch back once again as we get you ready for Martinsville. So we'll see you on Inside the Playoffs. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
NASCAR Daily with Shannon Spake.